Hello everybody, it is still Monday the 27th of February. I want to talk about being a reflection of the underlying reality, which is what everybody is talking about. You know, there is an absolute underlying reality, which is actually Hermetic thinking. I'm actually just looking into that. And as above, so below. That is Hermetic thinking. So, the contemplation of the all is a mind bender. And again, Hermetic thinking, and after that, and many others, it says don't go there. Yeah, it will lead to insanity. You cannot know it. So, the only way you can know the underlying reality is in its parts. So, as I keep saying, it's creator bite size. And we know what has been, what is known is what is created. So we have been created, we are known. We know each other, we know, well, we should know ourselves. But to be a true reflection of all, because all is made out of its parts, and we are made out of parts. And to be a true reflection, we must be all the parts, we must know all the parts, and we must have them in the correct order, to the correct amount, to become a true reflection of the underlying reality. And that which is not a true reflection of the underlying reality is destructive. And we are destructive because we don't know ourselves in the correct way. Now, for most parts of nature, they don't need to know themselves because they are being guided by, they don't have free will to the same extent that we have. There's an upside and a downside to everything, and at the moment, free will is a massive downside. It is a massive downside because we don't understand what we are, but we have free will to do, which really is not working. So, to talk about being a true reflection of the underlying reality, which is what we must become, which is the knowledge of the Creator in ourselves, because we were created from it. And what we know here in us is a part of there. Nothing new is ever created. Everything exists from the beginning. So if it's there, if it's in us, it was put there, it's there for a purpose. So if we look at the different sides of ourselves, so if we look at fear and anger and all the other things that we see as negative, and we condemn them and take them away, if they were created in us, if they are a part of us, then they are a reflection of the underlying reality, because they could not come into existence any other way. By it, everything is created, and without it, nothing is created. So if they are within us, they come from there. There's no other way. And if we do away with them, we are no longer a true reflection of the underlying reality, and we become destructive. Because we are working out of a knowledge of ourselves that is not the underlying truth. And as I said in my videos before, what I've seen now, if you do away with doubt and fear and anger, you turn into a lunatic, into a destructive lunatic. which is what they have become. You know, in a way, I think they're the greatest Christians alive. They've actually followed those teachings and done away with that. And now they have become. So doing away with something that was placed in us that is a reflection of the underlying reality means we are no longer in that reality. And even in this world, you can say they are no longer on this planet by doing away with that. They have left the planet. They're no longer even part of what is known as nature, as this world. They're not even part of that anymore. Never mind all. And the same with Jesus. Now we gain knowledge of the underlying reality of the all through us, through knowing ourselves. And again, when Jesus spoke, that knowledge and the feeling of compassion spoke and said, I was a part and I became the whole. That is to say, when it came, it was a part of the underlying reality. But in Jesus, it became the whole of the person. Then that person, again, was no longer a true reflection of the underlying reality. Because there it is only a part. But if it becomes everything in us, we are no longer a true reflection of the underlying reality. And either way, we become destructive. Now, what Jesus became served something. He was led on that way to becoming, for it to become all. He was led on that way. And it served an intention, it served a God. And again, God is not all. But it served an intention. And that intention is the destroyer. Because as soon as you are no longer the true reflection of the underlying reality, you become destructive. And the only thing you can serve in that state is the destroyer. You become a part of the destroyer. So I really think that is something we need to understand. And it's really that one line, I was a part, and I became the whole, I am all. That part, if you understand that correctly, means it was a part in the underlying reality. It came to serve, but it had its limitations. But it became all in Jesus, and in that he was no longer a true reflection of above. And then he becomes destructive. But it serves something. It serves something that wants to have dominion over it, over this. And it is the destroyer. Anyway, so, as above, so below. Means as in the underlying reality, as in the creator, so in the created part. If something does exist in us, it's not there by accident, or it's not that it shouldn't be there. It is created by the underlying reality, and it is a reflection of it. And as we have free will, and we are not guided, we must gain understanding of ourselves and be the correct thing. Anyway, I think I leave it at that, and I talk to you again soon. Bye.